If I could sum up this year in one word, I'd probably say adventure. Just because it was definitely a roller coaster. We had our ups, we had our downs, but at the end of the day, we discovered a bunch of new things and, definitely lived a lot this year together.
Incredible. Because I didn't think anything was going to happen the way things started off in the year, but then everything led up to that March 17th show that changed everything.
Exhausting, but in the best way possible. Just because, with the EP and being in the band, it's such a new thing for me, and adding on top of all the other things that I do, it's like the driving force of being in the band, I guess. So, exhausting.
No.
It's mundane distraction, we all know. A hollow boy crowd, our private stupid swill. Age-old teenage induction, we all know. And we're fine.
To me, the recording process was just a bunch of learning. It literally was Jerry coming in and saying, hey, this is what we're gonna do. This is the best way to record this EP. And, I brought my ideas, Derek brought his ideas, Oscar brought his ideas, and we all just followed Jerry's path. We believed in him to put this forward, and it turned out amazing.
Grueling for our person who recorded us, but for me it was straightforward. He made it easy.
It was definitely a lot better than what it was for our Homemade Monsters, because we actually had somebody that knew what he was doing and definitely guided us in a path that was easy for us, or for me to understand, and we weren't all over the place trying to figure shit out.
I dig that. That was a lot. I thought that was really good.
Alright, one more. The recording process was definitely a new challenge for me. It was the very first time that I went into recording a full band. So that means full drums, vocals, guitars, everything. And being part of the decision process I was taken aback by it, because I was still so new to the band. I didn't want to overstep my boundaries, and everyone in the band was just super cool. If I had an idea to throw out there, we're like, yeah, that sounds cool. Throw it in there and whatever. So it was a different challenge, but not as intimidating as it ended up being.
That is a full,
Okay, all you have
full
to do is hit the number 3. This one, this number 3, not that one, because they do different things.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Make him laugh. Tickle his dick. There you go. Just kidding. Alright, Alright, we're good. Alright, sweet. I'm just scratching my dick over here. The history of a real king. That's a long one, right there. We've had many different versions of a real king. Trying to find our signature sound, I think. We've been heavier, we've been darker, we've been uglier. Well, I mean, we probably didn't get any better looking, but there's just been so much, and I think that every member that has joined our band or every person that we've come in contact with has changed us, and I think that's where we are now, just a human interaction.
Ready, Rob?
No, something sounds off.
I know. Oh,
What
should I
is
get
it?
my recording?
No,
You're like, no, we got it.
we got this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it sounds good with your harmonies. Watch, do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fly away, little hummingbird.
Right?
Yeah, it sounds good.
It sounds good, right?
Yes, yeah.
But then the low one, watch, check the low one. Fly away. 1, 2.
I feel I see. Yeah.
You know what I mean, right? So I think maybe you should do the first two choruses by yourself, and maybe I'll like come in there and try to do.
Am I myself? Okay.
Just because I don't know, I'll try to get
He's like,
it
yeah.
as best as possible. Try it again, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like it sounds better if I just try to do like.
you came in just on the.
Yeah, right, on certain
the second
parts.
type of thing.
Let's try that.
I met the guys during the initial recording process of Night Marchers. I was in the middle of school. I was still learning how to record audio, and so I was only slightly involved. And then we kind of went our separate ways. The EP eventually came out. My friend produced it, and then I didn't really hear from them after that. They did a few shows. I got invited to a few parties, but then after that, I saw that they went on a hiatus, and I thought, it's interesting because the hiatus very much paralleled what I was going through, because I wasn't going through such the best time ever either. I was kind of succumbed to my own depression, and so it's almost in a way we both needed each other. I needed to get out of my rut that I was not going to class and being depressed, and they needed to get out of their hiatus, and so it's kind of like it was a force that both of us needed to meet each other and do this together.
Okay, ready? Yep. Chorus 2.
You son of a bitch. You're in your crotch though.
I wasn't trying to. I just focused and then it went there.
Cool.
Beautiful.
One more.
Nice.
You weren't
I
even,
think it sounded pretty nice, right?
you weren't even
Not sure.
listening, dude.
Shit, I didn't. I think our inspiration, or at least my inspiration, was definitely bringing forth a brighter tone, a brighter mood to what we usually do, because I don't know, we tend to always focus on the sad parts of songs and just the darkness in them. That was always a real king, and I think that with this one, it's from a different perspective. You could still have fun and be sad as shit.
I think it was definitely that one trip that we took to San Diego to go watch Blink and what's it called, Jimmy Eat World and Pierce the Veil. And it was a really cool experience for us as a band, and it like definitely opened up our like the possibilities of what we could write, and like how fun it was to write the type of music that we wrote, and it definitely like expanded our horizons, and it was definitely new ground that we hadn't touched, but I'm glad we did.
I think a lot of the inspiration from this new sound comes from, I guess, where the band was before I joined in. Not to say that I was a direct influence on the sound, but in the hiatus, the reason behind the hiatus was because there was some disagreement and people weren't getting along, and I feel like that the fresh take, the pop punk sound, is more positive. And so I think that everybody was kind of itching to do something to where everybody could have a good time doing it.
I took a lot of things from this EP. Summer Sweet taught us a lot. It showed us that we can grow into many different things. And my favorite part about this whole adventure was all the people that we got to work with. Eddie J, Julia, meeting Jerry, and then getting to know Derek and Oscar more in this EP. I think it was a lot of fun. We got to express what we needed to express, and I think we created a new road that we can take for the next album.
Being in this band, without exaggerating, is like a dream come true. I've never been in a band before this, and I always wanted to be. And like now that I get to do that every day and record records, and it's a dream come true. Everything we've done up to this point, it's just been a continuous grow. We just keep pushing ourselves when it comes to writing the new music, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us.
Honestly, I'm just really excited for the things that we're gonna be doing. I'm really excited for what the future holds, for all the plans that we have. All the shows we're gonna be playing in the future, the new material that we're gonna be coming out with, and growing together as a band. I don't know, I'm just really excited for the future, really.
I hope that we get to keep doing this forever. That's my final thoughts.
Why do you support a smoke-free scene?
We're a real king.
Wait, what are we doing?
I support a smoke-free scene because it makes it what the fucker. Alright, ready? Focus. Allow me to show you. First, grab your smartest.
I support it because it just kills you quicker. So.
Throw your hands up.
Why do you support smoke-free? Derek, why are you looking at?
Why are you recording?
Look for the App Store. Once you go there, click search and search for.
You have glasses on, you son of a bitch.
It wasn't.
And I think it just separates families and yeah. What was the thing you said? The first part?
Creates distance.
Separates families.
Okay, really?
Just the first part too. It's been overall a pleasure.
That sounds like a fucking gun pointing. Like, you better say some good shit about me.
That was it.
Is it mine, just mine?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
1,
It creates.
2, 3.
Doesn't work like that often.
Okay.
My brain has to be ready. Wait.
Okay, ready?
It creates a distance between your family.
No.
You
fucking give up.
Straight face though. You were like,
Fucking
You were like,
Alright.
and I think that it just creates separation in families and keeps distance from your loved ones. Keeps you distant.
It creates distance.
Lay it on me, pal.
All right.
Am I like too bright? Am I
No,
shining
you're-
too much?
you're-
Alright.
The last person we rated what it's like having beer in the van, right?
Makeup.
I think that it just creates distance in families and it's no good.
Perfect.
That's pretty good.
So honestly, I'm just really excited for.
And then
Oh, what did I say, dude? I forgot what I forgot to.
Sound.
oh, one word?
No, it doesn't have to be one. All right, no, okay. So if you could sum up this year in one word, what would it be? All right, Derek, we got this. All right, ready?
Bush. All right.
Bush did 9/11.
Oh my god.
it's just like all shitty answers.
Illuminati, just like one word. Illuminati.
Oh my god.
Aliens.
Yeah.
That's right. And music to me is when you tie a band around your arm and stick that cold needle in and shoot up.
What the fuck are you saying, dude?
It was the year 2018.
That's
By year 224, we were all slaves to a superior race. And just like that.